Hey, it's Evan. Welcome back to another episode of The Mindful 8. In today's episode, we are going to get vulnerable. We are going to get transparent. I just recently hopped off a Mindset Monday call in Abraham Casala's Mastermind Creator Business Academy, and a good friend within the community, his name is Brother B, talked about authenticity and transparency in regards to creating content, right? Being real vulnerable online. Nowadays, a lot of people, they put on this mask, this fake persona online, and I don't want to be that person. I want vulnerability and transparency to be everything online, especially because the coaching that I offer in regards to helping people unlock their purpose through inner awareness work and the Conscious Creator Mastermind that I'm building as well, it's all about accountability and authenticity and proactiveness. So I was encouraged to create a video like this going over what most people know about me and what they actually don't know about me. So let's get into it. What most people know about me, what they know about Evan Senior, is my relationship with my family is strong. My relationship with my family is strong. I live with my two older sisters and my mom, and what most people know about me is that we've been through a lot. But what most people don't know about me is that I don't have a father, right? We talked about, within this podcast, we talked about, my father figure and the role that he plays in my life in previous episodes, and it's something that I'm open to talking about because he is my guardian angel, right? I've had specific evidence of him communicating with me. For example, he's doing it right now. While Evan Senior is talking, Daniel Senior is inspiring me to say these types of things. So what most people don't know about me is my relationship with my dad, and my relationship with my family is it's complicated, to say the least. So growing up, I always had the feminine energy because there's feminine and masculine energy in each one of us. So I always had the feminine energy. And growing up, I realized that I had to go out of my way to channel that masculine energy. I was shadowed from the world. I was protected. That's why I'm a very loving guy, because that's how I was raised. Unconditional love, right? Transcends dimensions of time and space. It's easy to hate. It's easy to live in fear. It's easy to live in a scarcity mindset. But if you live through love and faith and abundance, you will be a more fulfilled and joyful person. So how I was raised is a great example of what people don't know about me. My dad passed away when I was 2. It's only my two older sisters and my mom. And man, we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot, and there's things that I won't go into today in this episode because I respect my family a lot. Obviously they're not too thrilled that I'm in Medellin, and they weren't too thrilled when I was contemplating dropping out of college because, they just want me safe. And at the end of the day, this is an important takeaway from listening to me, and I appreciate you tuning into this episode, is that your parents have X amount of years of experience, and everything that they've been influenced to believe and teach you is out of safety and keeping you alive, right? So me coming here to Colombia, my mother's obviously thinking to herself, I'm scared. I'm scared for my son. I don't know Medellin. I don't know Colombia. and I'm worried for him. So always understand, and this is a good hurdle to overcome, is your parents just want to keep you safe and they just want to keep you alive, right? And that's their truth and that's how they raised you, right? But once you develop this new paradigm consciousness, you start to realize that the world is massive and you want to go travel, and well, your relationship with your parents is going to evolve, right? I remember, my mom dropping me off at the station where I was going to go to Philly and then to the airport, and the night before and the morning of, she was not too happy, right? She was sad, she was worried, and when I was walking towards the train was coming, I turned back to have one last wave, see you in 3 weeks, and she was smiling. She was smiling. Understand that you as a person, you're always evolving. Same too with the relationship with your parents, and everybody for that matter. So the same thing goes for what most people don't know about me, and it's my relationship with my father. I have a really cool story that I'll dedicate an entire episode to talking about, but we talk every day, right? It's the synchronicities of his presence. Because I've done this meditative work and this inner work, I'm open to universal signs from him, from my grandparents who have also passed away. It's like sometimes I'll even hear my dog bark. My dog passed away this summer, right? Not many people know that. It's because I'm so open to hearing signs from, a different dimension of reality, the 4, 5D, even 6D. It's like this reality is only 3D, and our perceptions can only go so far. But once you open your mind to, having a relationship with a father who passed away when you were 2, and saying, you're my guardian angel, what do I do in this situation, or can you give me some guidance? Well, that's strengthening a relationship. And yeah, you might say there's no utility in it, but for me that's utility, because I always had the feminine energy and I had to seek out the masculine energy. So what most people know about Evan Sr., the humbling truth, is that I have a great relationship with my family. Right on paper, on social media, when we're at family parties, like we have a very strong relationship because we've been through so much together. Things that I won't even go into in this episode out of respect for my mother and my sisters. But we've been through a lot, right? And for me being the father figure, or rather, me being the man of the house, that was something that I had to come to a realization not too long ago, right? I was raised with 3 parents, my 2 older sisters and my mom. And then there's little Evan. So I always had the feminine energy. I had to seek out the masculine energy. And then I realized that when my mom sees me, and this is something that I realized late in high school going into college, when she sees me, and this is how our relationship has evolved over the past 2-3 years, she sees my dad. That's something I've never understood. That every single time she looks in my eyes, she sees my dad. And that's something that most people don't know about me, is that relationship with her has evolved over time. And now I realize that I have to be this present manly figure in her and my sister's lives, and that hasn't been easy whatsoever, and it's still something I'm learning every single day. But I travel like this, and I take these leaps of faith to test myself, to test the relationships that I have, to see which friends will stick around and to see which friends will kick it to the curb. It's the same thing with a relationship with your parent or your siblings, right? It's like, I'm sure, and I affirm that they're not happy I'm here, but that's their truth, and I have my truth, and I'm always present in their lives, no matter what. They yell at me, friends yell at me. What are you doing? This makes no sense. Why do you want to drop out of college? Just stay in college? Fine, whatever. I'm still going to be an unconditionally loving individual. I am still going to be an unconditionally loving brother and son. Yeah. Brother B, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Authentic expression is everything, right? Be vulnerable and authentic with your audience. I love you very much. I appreciate you tuning into this episode. This one will transcend dimensions of time and space. Take care. Have a blessed day.